Welcome back in, everybody. We're going to get ourselves into the second game here between HYDRA and HF. And if HF continue the way they started in that first game, they might just pick up their first series up against the top of the table, HYDRA. HYDRA, it was good in the middle. The middle part was great, but either ends, HF were just in complete control. And that last fight to end it out, it spiraled there for HYDRA. They didn't have the buybacks to get themselves back in, and it just fell out of their control. So HF again, really comfortable position. I wonder if they let that the Lina through again, because that Draw Ranger answer to the Lina was an incredibly effective pick, and it just didn't go well for HYDRA. So we'll see if what they're going to be able to do with it now. In this next game. Because HYDRA, again, this is going to be the first game that they've dropped, maybe even the first series here. They ban out. They do have first pick once again. Ban out the Brood, so maybe looking to answer back. Do they ban out the Lina here, HF? Because, I mean, maybe HYDRA, do they even let this Draw Ranger through? Because
10 seconds remaining.
It did not work last time. Kami was just hunted down left, right, and center, and there was just nothing that. I mean, there was a few things that they could do about it. There was a good couple of pickoffs in the middle of the game. Like I say, HYDRA got themselves right back into the match, but in the end, Johnny with the hypothermia, the Shiva's coming out from the Leshrac as well. Leshrac lived a lot longer than I thought he was going to do with Bloodstone going. And in the end, Lina just couldn't face up against it. Rubik is going to be the ban. So they are forcing this ban out here from HF. If they want to say, okay, Lina's still in there, we're going to go for it a second time. And this time, we might have a plan to try and deal with this. If you go for that Draw Ranger, you know, they might have an idea in the head of how to pick it up.
10 seconds remaining.
So HF.
5 seconds remaining.
Where do they want to go? Do they ban it out? Taking time to think about this one. You know, it's not just straight, okay, so they do ban it out. So the train is still there here for HYDRA. Tusks, the Death Props have been taken away, so they are going to go for that first pick train. Again, HF, they could go for a Nature's Prophet Clock if they wanted to in the safe lane. So let's see here. HF. Do they want to go for it straight off the bat? Because it did work well in that position 3. They were able to get Pro around, moving himself around, help him push out the lanes. Not just that top lane, because the top lane tier 1 didn't go down for a decent amount of time. It was still a ways between.
Radiant team pick.
After they lost a couple of towers. So actually HF go for the Bat Rider. I'm not going to hate on it. You know, we've seen some good Bat Rider performances. The amount of control that it can offer here now as well. You do have to be careful.
10 seconds remaining.
If the Treant Protector, you know, if you dive in and the Treant Protector is going to be there with his ultimate as well. So the Bat Rider looking for the last. So that's my major issue. The amount of control that, you know, the Bat Rider offers to what can be turned back. But HF with the Beastmaster now as well. So a whole lot of BKB pace and control here coming out in just those first 2 picks. They could still go for that clock as well if they wanted the hook shot as well. So we'll see here, HYDRA.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
How do they want to respond? What can it be here that what they want to go towards with the Bat Rider, the Beastmaster being picked off? So you know the mid laner, you know your off laner here. You are going to be able to respond to that. So you could look for a response in the mid lane if you wanted to. The Amber Spirit to come out. Queen of Pain, another good answer up against the Bat Rider. Yeah, really nice answer. Just to be able to keep yourself away from the Bat Rider. And the Queen of Pain, thanks to these Bat Rider picks, does seem to be sneaking back into the meta. It's a lot harder to get the lockdown onto the Queen of Pain, you know, when you don't go for that Blink Dagger. Because even with the Flame Break coming out, Queen going to be able to get away with Blinks, you know, just turn and run. Slow down from the Shadow Strike as well. So the Bat Rider, even just trying to get on top of the Queen of Pain in this lane, it is going to be pretty hard. The Queen could go for the burst damage well on that Scream. So it does open up if you want to go for the 1 point into the blink, 1 point into the shadow strike, and then max out that scream for rotations, onto other lanes, hit that level 6, hit that level 7.
Radiant
Sonic Wave comes
team
out as well. That
ban.
is a whole load of burst
Dire
damage
team
in
ban.
one evenly sized hero. That's the Techies ban from HYDRA. So Techies, okay, we're not going to see him today, or at least so far. Sniper ban coming out from HF now as well. Would they go back for the draw themselves on HYDRA? As the Rubik, the Techies being taken away.
10 seconds remaining.
It's
5 seconds remaining.
It's really. Do they want to? I mean, just thinking about the carries, because Warwick will be set up now for this Queen of Pain, so maybe it's something like the Faceless Void. So is that one they want to be setting up for with the Techies ban? Just because the Techies getting that blast off, the silence that comes through onto the Techies, even onto the Queen of Pain in the mid lane as well. If you get that silence onto the Queen of Pain for a fairly long time, I think it's something like, was it 4 seconds or something on the blast off, and then you get the stun in there as well. It's a long time that the Queen of Pain won't be able to do a whole lot, but apart from run around. In fact, not even run around when the stun comes out. So yeah, they ban out the Ench. The Phoenix is going to be gone here as well from HYDRA. Could be looking at heroes like the... I wouldn't mind the offlane Snapfire. We've seen that a good couple of times. You've got the Overgrowth coming out from the Train Protector, keeps heroes locked down. So the multi-cases can rain down. It's got a wave clear with the Cookie as well. I was going to say, yeah, the little shutdown in case there was an Undying. In fact, there's not going to be a Phoenix because HYDRA banning out, but just being able to get that off as Night Stalker gets taken away, because we have seen HYDRA, actually, I think it was HYDRA, play a couple of Night Stalkers that deal with the Beastmaster's creeps, because you just get that shot out, get the Hunter of the Night activation, and then just eat them away from the Beastmaster. So it even turns onto the benefit of the Night Stalker when those creeps are running in to that Night Stalker.
10 seconds remaining.
Hey,
5
Jeff.
seconds remaining.
What's their next pick going to be? I mean, again, a lot of reserve time to think about it. 2 minutes left on the HYDRA. Only 56 seconds on their reserve time.
Dire team pick.
Okay, they go for the Hoodwink. Good setup. Again, more control to come out. Not BKB piercing this time, but, the Sharpshooter's going to be nice as well. Play from a distance. A lot of burst damage as well into the Sharpshooter. So HYDRA, they respond with the Crystal Maiden. And straight into the Pudge. Ooh, Pudge Crystal Maiden lane. Coming out for Cloud onto... Sooner coming out for Cloud. Cloud's going to be playing elsewhere. It's coming out for Kami.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, no, it's good lockdown, and that is going to be the Undying. I still wouldn't mind that offlane Snapfire here. Even though it is going to be the Train Protector and the Snapfire offlane into the Undying. I still think being able to take down the Tombstone with a little Shredder.
Radiant team ban.
Being able to take down the Tombstone with a little Shredder, being able to rain down Mortimer Kisses, anyone caught out in like Dismember or the Overgrowth, even the Frostbites, Freezing Field slows as well. There is a lot of area of effect control, so maybe even a Darkseer for the vacuum back into the Overgrowth, and then the Freezing Field, Sonic Waves. That could be a big pickup.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, the Visage gets banned out, so they take out the Lifestealer, who can chunk down onto the Pudge. He wants all those spare parts, that big chunk of meat
Dire team pick.
that he can just eat through. And HYDRA just like, yeah, no thank you. So what's it going to be for HYDRA here? Final pickup, offlaner. I'm leaning towards, again, Snapfire. Not too bad. Wouldn't mind seeing the Darkseer either. Maybe something like a Doom. They don't know what it's going to be playing up against in the lane, though. That's kind of the issue, that they have to pick this one blind. And the carry coming out here for HF, it is going to be a blind pick into this for HYDRA. So HYDRA, what do they want to go towards? 50 seconds left on this reserve time. So what can it be? As HYDRA. What else? I mean, what else has been popular recently? You don't see a lot of 3 Tusks at the minute. Doom has been pretty popular, but who do you Doom? You get the Doom maybe off onto the Batrider, maybe onto the Beastmaster if he comes in for a Raw. Centaur's been pretty popular as well. Not bad. But maybe with the train, not the hero you want to combine with this. So HYDRA, just taking the time to think about this. Magnus wouldn't be awful either in the off lane. Being able to get that jump in.
Team pick.
It's gonna be Lycan. Okay, so that is the push from the Lycan. You're gonna help the Overlord. But the Ursa Burr comes out from HF. And we all know what the Ursa can do with how well it's played today. So HF looking to take this game in 2, and with a decently strong lineup as well, a lot of control to come through. I don't know how much I like the Lycan pick, because we've already seen the Ursas deal with the Lycan in the lane. And HF, HYDRA, again, complete opposite sides of the table, but HF turning the table on the head, at least for this first match in the series. Are they going to be able to knock HYDRA off their perch? Well, there is only one way to find out. I'm leaning towards HF, to be quite honest, with this lineup coming out from them. With the Ursa looks like a really good pick. They looked really strong again. The early game start that they had, some blips in the mid lane, but they were still finding fights. They were still finding pickoffs. And I just think the Ursa, if he doesn't get dismembered, if he doesn't get locked down, which the lockdown on the side of HF a little bit stronger with the Raw, with that lasso, could just chunk through the pudge. But the amount of control that comes out on the side of HYDRA, I like, and I don't know if I like this here for the offlane pick. Like I say, I think Ursa just comes through him a little bit more. I get the idea because you want a tower push and you didn't really have anyone that hit buildings, but it just... I don't know. I don't know how well this is going to do up against the Ursa as we get ourselves into the second game between HF and HYDRA. But first, guys, we are going to be taking a quick break from a word from our sponsors over at EGB. Check it out.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
So, here we go, second game underway. And, how does this play out? Because you can see that already the Beastmaster, the Zhani making the move towards the bottom lane. They want to be taking down these trees in the off lane, but Lefferton, he's making a big wraparound. Already the Crystal Maiden's here with the pudge. So smokes are going to break, axes fly through. But if Kami gets a really nice... Does he want to go for the hook at level 1? Maybe with the Crystal Maiden here. Do you want to try and run it down with the rot? As Lefferton gets a really deep water here as well. So 4 heroes on the side of HYDRA. Down around this bottom part of the map. In fact, it might be all 5. Oh, where's he going, Lefferton? Does he show? I don't think he does. They don't see him through the trees. The little gaps. Times it just perfectly to walk himself through. And yeah, nobody's going to be any the wiser that he was ever here.
I'm really freaking out.
But so he has that sentry. If they drop it... Actually, so the Wolves going to scout out onto Zhani. Does he know this ward went down? Did he have an inkling, an idea that this might be here as Lefferton walks himself out? Gets that lead sheet. The decay starts now onto Zhani. Zhani has to run himself away from this one. Shadow Strike. And the Wolves doing damage here. And Zhani's not going to be coming into this lane full health. In fact, not even going to be coming into this lane half health, it looks like, because HYDRA taking complete control of the bounty runes.
I'm really freaking out. I'm really freaking out.
Just behind the trees. Maybe looking to pick up a courier or two that wanders in here to deliver items. Early on, he does have the ward to get the vision to see these couriers rotating in. Mid lane, a race up against Warwick. Again, another ward going down onto the radiant side of the map. So Warwick is going to see where this comes from, though. A race, look at this. The sticky napalm stacking up onto Warwick. Warwick going to be taking a lot of damage from this behind that tier 1 tower. As Race just looks to continue control.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And I just think, Warwick, it is only level 1. He's got that level 2, so if he needs to put a point into the blink, he can go for it now. 10 sticky napalms, though, stacking up onto him. So Race, he's finding that control. He's finding the sticky napalms. And yeah, it's actually with the blink forward. The Shadow Strike comes out now as well, but Warwick, he's going to suffer a little bit because of those 3 points into the sticky napalm. And you see that the Bat Rider, even at level 2, holding that point Not going to go for the flame break or the firefly just yet. Top lane, though, the chase down. Weebian is going to be trapped out. The bushwhack comes out. Can he get himself away from this one? The axe is flying through here. Weebian, he might be. The hook, but Proletaire is going to step in front, and now the creeps to block it out. Weebian, by the fur in his tail, gets himself away from that. Has to be so careful, though. Has no regen. The hook comes through. Doesn't connect.
I'm really
So Weebian
freaking
just
out.
looking for that regen underneath the tier 1 tower.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I'm really
Bottom lane,
freaking out.
how is Zoe doing? So he's trying to do what he can with the decay stacks onto the Lycan. The Lycan's going to suffer a little bit, but the lane's being pulled through here once again. Tree trying to do what he can. And Zoe, well, he's just going to stick around again, going for the 6 mangoes onto the Undying. You know, you do, especially you look at his skin, he needs those vitamins. He needs to get himself back up. Cloud, not going to be able to get around for the body blocks, though, the Zoe, as the Leech Seed was popped. So at least Zhani looking for the harass onto Cloud, but Cloud able to move himself away from this one. How is he looking in terms of last hits? 6 to 1 to the 12 and 3 of the Ursula. So the Ursula having a little bit of a better time in this lane so far.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Zoe
tower
just
is
continues.
under
The
attack.
hook comes through the top lane. Bushwhack immediately. Weebian's still going to go down in the top lane. Kami gets the kill. The rot being enough. He did get off a really nice bushwhack, tried to get himself away, but again, level 2, no point into the scurry. Wasn't able to quickly get himself away from that rot damage. And the Pudge was able to turn it back around and get the kill there. Onto the Hoodwink. Actually was Kami. I was going for the Ring of Health. Okay, that's what he's walking for. I was like, why? That's not his tower. That's not his part of the lane.
I'm really freaking out.
Hey, lane, how
Radiant's
is Warwick
bottom
doing?
tower
Warwick's going to
is
be
under attack.
chunking through a whole lot of his mana, actually. But the Bushwhack, again, top lane.
Dire's middle tower
A
is
lot of
under
damage
attack.
onto, you can see there, the top bar, a lot of damage coming through onto the Beastmaster. But meanwhile, in this mid lane, the Race having a great time, just again holding the points. Maybe goes for 1 point into the Flame Break, 1 point into the Firefly. Maybe 2 points into the Flame Break. If he thinks he can get the kill onto Warwick here, he might actually go for the 2 points, doesn't actually have the mana for it. Oh, and the blink away. Batrider didn't have the bottle charges, no stick charges, no one charges, nothing like that. Maybe not keeping a track on how much mana he had, and now he's going to be punished.
I'm
Thanks to those creeps
really
pushing in, the Shadow
freaking
Strike
out.
there as well. The hook, top lane, Beastmaster, he's going to be dragged in and killed off. Zoe,
I'm really freaking out.
doing here in this lane? He's
Radiant's
doing all right
middle
getting the
tower is
protection off.
under
You know,
attack.
maybe trying to stop these pulls because the wolves are coming through from the Lycan. Getting the pulls out, just trying to, though, he actually gets the pull from a couple of the creeps into that camp. But the neutrals not good there for very much longer. He
Radiant's
might have bought
middle
enough time to get the kill
tower
into the
is
wolves,
under
though. So yeah, moving over. The creeps will still chase onto Cloud. But for the
I'm
minute,
really
it's
freaking
still
out.
just going to be pulled right through into the lane. So yeah, the lane's not pulling through either. Under the tier 1 tower, and again, Kami. The Crystal Maiden, this is the lane that I was talking about. The Frostbite into the hook, into the rot to chase down onto the Pudge. Even when those bushwhacks are coming through, it's just still too much stacking up here. And Proletary, he's going to be careful now as well. The Crystal Nova before the slow did get in point. The Frostbite into the hook. No! Catches out onto the Hawk. The Hawk's just in time from Pro. And this is what I want to see a little bit more of. Just using those creeps to get the body blocks off between him and the Pudge. Or maybe even the Hoodwink and the Pudge.
I'm really
Because at the minute, this
freaking
Pudge
out.
having way too good of a lane.
Is under attack.
Bottom lane, left turn looking for the pull again. Cloud just looking for the last hits. Level 4 to him now as well. So at least this time, oh, the TP comes out. But Cloud, he's going to be fine. Right back towards that tier 2. God damn. We just need to keep a separate camera on this top lane. Like just a mini cam. Instead of the player cams, just a mini top lane cam. Just to see all these kills coming out. And I think, yeah, Weebian, he's had enough. He's just going to rotate him off the lane. Just leave it up to the Beastmaster to get some solo XP. Maybe get a quick roar. So we can look to maybe rotate around. Move into the jungle. The Bushwhack comes out. Firefly's going to be there. The Warwick, the blink away. Flame Break comes out, connects. Firefly. Oh, is the Fairy Fire going to be enough to get the... It is enough to keep the Queen of Pain alive, and the Race not able to get the kill there. So close, but the Fairy Fire for the Queen of Pain just enough after the Flame Break not to tick down. Now 3 points into the sticky napalm. The Warwick, he's taking a lot of harass in this lane. He's still finding the last hit, so 21 to the 22 of the Batrider, 11 denies to the 9 of the Queen of Pain here. Leffington walks himself in. The leech sheet comes out. A race. Can he flap his wings? He doesn't have the mana to get himself away. There's no Firefly anyway. Has that regen rune. Just needs to try and break. Put the blink up to the high ground. Sonic Wave comes out. Leffington gets the kill. And now, goddamn, Cammy on the top lane. 6-0 in just over 6 minutes here for the side of HYDRA. This is the HYDRA that I was talking about in this first game that didn't show up and completely taking control of this map 7 minutes in. Look at this Leffington. It's just between the tier 1 and the tier 2. He feels protected. He feels safe. So he's just looking to soak the XP, maybe even pull the lane. And it's all going well here. Happy standing off to the side, so they're looking for an angle for another hook here. But yeah, what can Crystal Maiden do? Level 5. The regen's going to be popped in the mid lane now as well. He's trying to get up, but the immediate blink away. One Warwick on the Queen of Pain in the mid lane. Can he get another Frostbite? Where is it? Weebian, yes. Do they have the angle? Where's the punch? He's looking for it. He might just be able to get it off. He goes the wrong way. Didn't get the vision of Weebian running away, and the hook goes that wrong direction. So he TPs himself up. But another Frostbite onto the Hoodwink. The Hoodwink's going to get really darn low. And Happy should just be able to leave. And Leffington chase down onto a race. A race can he get himself away once again? Was up link? No Sonic Wave this time for the next 25 seconds. So we'll at least the Beastmaster will be, excuse me, the Batrider. Who's a sort of Beastmaster. A very specific beast that he's mastered. And he's mastered riding it now as well. The Bushwhack on the top lane. Where's that hook? Frostbite, anything to get the setup. As the neutrals, the balls are looking around. But Hook, he was teasing it, but the ball were in the way. And now they might actually be able to go into Happy now as well. So he's going to try and chase down Cammy. Does he want to go for even more?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And actually didn't go for the Vanguard here onto him. The Flame Break comes back. And actually the Bushwhack now onto the Pudge. And Pudge, this might actually be a lot of gold to give up with these decay stacks. A race gets the kill. Sonic Wave comes in now. Warwick, he has to get the dive. Has to get the Scream off. It's a lot of damage, but no one finishing off the kills. Frostbite onto the Batrider. The Batrider again doesn't have the mana for the lasso. That would have been a great catch. They do get the kill onto the tree, though. So, how much gold did he give up there? About nearly 600 from the Pudge kill. And a couple hundred there for the tree kill. So, yeah, maybe that's the plan for HF. Get these cores on the side of HYDRA fed. And then get the kills. That's Batrider. He's looking for the boots of travel, so he is going to be able to respond to any ganks coming out. Any pressure being put on him now as well. Tumblesoy, that's going to be quite nice actually for the bat to be able to get the engage off. You know, just be able to get the jump in. Set up for a lasso if he has the mana for it. Yeah, no, it's a really nice setup. And Shani. How's he doing in terms of net worth? About 600 gold behind the Pudge, but I mean the Pudge has had what? 5 kills? I didn't think it was that many. Yeah, no, I should have been counting them on my hands as they were happening here. It's a Pudge. Gonna be able to go for that quick hood. So not gonna be going towards the Vanguard, just a quick hood. It looks like straight into the Agram Scepter. Bottom lane, Queen of Pain's rotating down. Ursa is level 8, so he has that point into the Enrage if he needs it. It's Leffington. Just look for the ward, but Jani already backing himself away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Lycan. How's he liking this push? He's liking this very well. You know, he's going to be left with 3 heroes here just to take this tier 1 tower, and it looks like the side of HF. They've not really been able to contest on the Beastmaster because the Beastmaster is having a really bad time. He's about 1,200 gold behind the... Excuse me, the pace of the Lycan. Got the hiccups coming through here. Yeah, so he's about 1,200 gold behind the pace of the Lycan, which means that the Lycan going to be able to get towards that Helm of the Overlord a lot quicker. In fact, starting on that Vlad's now to come out for the Lycan. Proletary doesn't really... I don't even think he has the Helm of the Dom there on the Beastmaster. Yeah, no, he doesn't. He's not too far away. I think it's just being flown into him now. So he could look. Oh, Zoe's going to be slowed down though. The Shadow Strike comes out. The Nace's Grasp as well. Zoe is going to be able to get himself away from this one. He's not. So he drops that Tombstone. Actually goes the other direction because it looks like Leffington didn't want to confirm that kill. And they actually go back for the Tombstone. Maybe thinking he's going to walk himself in, and Warwick still gets the kill. Shadow Strike as well as those wolves chasing down. The Shapeshift now as well. Cloud getting himself on top. In fact, the Beastmaster's going to be dealt with by the Pudge as well. And a race. He's going to be erased. A 4-hero chase down on the side of Hydra. 9-2 at 11 minutes.
Dire's top tower
And
is
off
under
this,
attack.
Hydra are just taking objective after
Radiant
objective after
structures
objective.
are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, tier 1 tower. No way to really defend this on the side of HF. Or the pause. Okay. Just a quick break. Mental reset here for the side of HF. Just giving it a quick think about. Well, they probably just have some Discord issues or something. It usually is the Discord issues. So the unpause comes through. As Warwick with this arcane rune. That's a great voice line, by the way. I can't remember if I actually heard that one before. But, you know, let the body sit the floor. I'm right for it.
I'm really freaking out.
That song's actually one of my my lifting songs as well. If that doesn't get you in the mood to lift heavy things and put them back down again, I don't know what will. As Zoe back behind the tier 2, Ursa trying to do what he can here just to try and find the farm. Did the Ursa go towards... He did, he was going towards the Battle Fury. It's still going to be a decent timer for this. He's not too far away from the Claymore. About 230 gold, so he is going to be able to pick that one up fairly soon. But while this is going on, you've got the Pudge. It's just skyrocketing ahead in terms of net worth. He's about 1,400 gold, and he is on the hunt. He's on the hunt. He's been on the hunt from the get-go here as well. The hook won't land this time. But yeah, being able to throw the Pudge hooks out, deal with the creeps from the Beastmaster as well, from the Helmet Denominators or the Boars, and just get out the instant kills. As the Lycan looks like he had to go for the TP away. And again, Byrider not using the lasso. Maybe just couldn't close the gap for that. In the mid lane, a lot of harass onto the true. Does he want to go for the overgrowth? Set up for this here.
I'm really freaking out.
He was teasing that overgrowth. Doesn't actually throw it out just yet, though.
Radiant's
Pudge,
top tower
he
is
might have
under
found
attack.
another gank. He does. He connects. He threads the needle there to land onto the Beastmaster, and Pro's going to go down for what, a 5th or 6th time? And the fight, they might carry on going here. The Ursa's going to try and get himself into this and just get the clean up onto the Crystal Maiden. Candy trying to get himself away, pops that hood, trying to run himself out, but 4 heroes stacking up onto this. So an immediate revenge kill there, coming out from the side of HF.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm really freaking out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
How's Johnny doing? That is going to be the Battle Fury being up. And, I mean, the Pudge isn't down long enough to get yourself into the Roach Pit. You do still need to take down like the Queen of Pain, maybe even the Lycan, just to make sure there's no wolves running in. You know, there's no big sonic waves that are going to pass you by as you're inside that pit. And Warwick trying to get himself forward, but the hook actually doesn't connect there. So Kami was looking for another drag back.
Really freaking out.
Okay, good for him. Getting close now, only about 50 gold away from having the full Ags up here for Kami, which is going to accelerate that farm time. It's going to accelerate the kill time as well. On his side,
I'm
HYDRA.
really freaking out.
I mean, they've offered a lot of protection for this Pudge, just getting active everywhere on the map. And there's not a lot of places that HF have felt safe to actually find the farm, to find. So you can see that 3 out of the 4 cores on the side of HYDRA are top of the net worth. Oh, excuse me, not 3 out of the 4 cores, because you don't have 4. I mean, you might have, if this game goes well enough, you can get like a Hand of Midas, a BKB on the Crystal Maiden, but 3 of the 4 cores in the top of the net worth are on the side of HYDRA. And just restructure the sentence so it's
I'm
actually correct.
really freaking out.
Meanwhile, Pro still going towards, well, I mean, the Vlad's first before he goes to the Helm of the Overlord. I'm pretty sure the Lycan already has his. He's not too far away. In fact, I think that's the recipe flying in for him on the courier. For the Lycan it is. So the Helm of the Overlord comes out. You can just see the difference between the 2 offlaners here. Massive net worth difference. About, what's that? It's nearly 3k gold between the 2 of them. Will they dive in? Do they want to try and go for it? They are looking for smoke gank. Who are they going to be able to find, though? Because Ray's playing... Oh, he was playing away. Comes right into Lefton's face. Lefton doesn't throw the overgrowth out just yet. Maybe waiting for that Queen of Pain to come in now as well. So the 3-man smoke rotation in. The jump in now as well. They got the lockdown onto a Ray's. Can he get himself away from this one? The hook, the drag back? No, he absolutely cannot. He is just straight up dead. No, so he overgrowth's going to be used, but Cammy just wants to run himself right into the sharpshooter. Going to come through from the hoodwink, but they've got the lockdown. They've got the kill onto the Undying, and now the chase onto Zhani. Zhani has to use the enrage to get himself out, but where's that hook? 2 seconds away. 16 minutes in, 12-4 here. 6k net worth lead. He doesn't get the hook drag back to Cammy, but they are going to be able to set up onto this tier 2 tower and maybe look towards that Roche, or maybe not. Maybe just towards the Ursa Burr once again. Pudge. He wants that blink tag, but I don't think he sees him with it being nighttime. So Zhani going to be able to get himself out of this one.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
While that's going on, Proletary was able to push out this top tier 1. Yeah, they're just going straight into the pit. And HF can't contest this. Look at it. It's not the fastest Roche in the world. No, they're not even going to scout it out from Pro throwing the Hawks out. By the time the Hawk gets over there, if it is going over there, which it looks like it is, the walls are down. They would have seen it anyway. And the Roshan goes down. They pick this Aegis up onto Cammy.
Freaking out.
So Cammy just going to come right back into the lane. Yeah, cut this creep wave. Look to put the pressure onto the tier 1. They're looking to take complete map control. Objective after objective after objective. And that's what I say, if they don't feel comfortable taking the fight, HYDRA aren't going to take that fight. They're just going to look for the objectives. Look to pull you around the map.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So, tier 1 tower on the top lane does go down. You can see here that HYDRA, they might feel comfortable mid lane. They might try and make the jump happen here. They've got that ward down as well. So they do see the Bat Rider. Where's that blink dagger for the Pudge? The Pudge is going to be coming in now, so he has that available to him. The race going for the TP away. Warwick maybe acting as bait in the mid lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Smoke coming out from the side of HF.
Freaking out.
If they can get the jump onto the Lycan, it could be actually might change the mind. Go for the Queen of Pain here in the mid lane. Who's got that jump lockdown? No, not a lot actually. You'd have to rely on either the pushback connecting or the roar from long distance, but without a blink dagger in for the Beastmaster, it's going to be hard to get that lockdown, get that roar going. So the smoke comes out, but they really don't have the lockdown to catch anyone out. And yeah, HYDRA they've taken control of this map. That you can see that HF not comfortable to move around alone. They need to be grouping up. They need to be looking for the farm in case a fight breaks out. They can all respond. Maybe not the Bat Rider because he's got the boots of travel, so he could always TP himself into the Beastmaster. Whereas HYDRA looking a little bit more comfortable at just taking these objectives. Looking to go for the push in, and now, yeah, do they look for the TP back to defense? The smoke's going to come out as he pushing this tier 2. The fortification on the Radiant side will be used, but they might want to make a beeline. They do want to make a beeline. He can keep the pressure here from Cloud with this the Granite Golem as well as the Wolves to push in and push onto that tier 3. Zhani. Did the courier see him? Zhani's behind enemy lines. They're going to be looking out. The scan comes through now as well. It's going to connect. They get the jump in. They get the blink forward. And they're going to be able to get the kill onto the Ursa. Zhani just does not survive through that at all. Again, yeah, while this is going on, the Beastmaster having to look for the TP back. The Bat Rider having to already be there. Oh, look at the massive rotations back. All because of Cloud. He does get hit on just the edge of that bushwhack. Sharpshooter comes in as well. But he's in the shapeshift form. In fact, as he turns this one around, because he's got the living armor, he's got some heals coming through as well. This is staying on his one. Teammates backing him up with Lefton. And they're looking to push through onto this tier 3 with no Ursa Burr for the next 22 seconds. It was a good push in, and it was no damage onto the tier 3s, but it kept them busy. Opens up the tier 2 tower in the mid lane now as well. HYDRA having a really good time, and HF just not finding these openings. Not able to get themselves out of the from the high ground, from outside of the base, it looks like. Yeah, Pudge actually going to go for the Nether Shoal. No drag back, no catch out. The Beastmaster's in the trees. If Leffington walks through, he might get the scouts out. Has that overgrowth, he will be able to get the scouts out. Kami, though, not going to go for the blink. Does he actually have the vision? I don't know if he did. Maybe just that blind overgrowth. Trying to look for it, and the hook won't connect there either. The Beastmaster is away. So, a race. Oh, the hook, it actually doesn't connect. Yeah, it was a blind run up onto the high ground. How's that back looking? He's keeping pace with the Queen of Pain, but the Queen of Pain's being so much more active, looking to get involved in the fights, you know, and kills. And this Bat Rider, again, doesn't have... He is going to be going towards the blink tag, but all he has is the BK Boots of Travel, so he can't close that gap. They take that tier 2 tower on the top lane now as well. Cloud takes this one down. Where's that Aegis? How long's left on that? 30 seconds, so Kami's looking to spend this. Looking to maybe push out as this Pudge onto the tier 3's. Fortification is still there from the side of HF. If they want to go for it. Hook comes in, doesn't connect. But yeah, you can see that they're looking to push, and they do a lot of damage to that tier 3 there as well, down to below 800 health. As Ursa just has to look for the farm. He's looking towards that BKB. He's still going to be so far away from this BKB. He's still, what, 1,700 gold, 1,600 gold from being able to complete? No, he's got a Mithril Hammer. Okay, so that's the Mithril Hammer from the Basher. I was looking at the wrong item, so he's about... Is that the complete one now? It is. Okay, that's good for the Ursa. With the smoke, 5-man smoke coming out, who can they try and find?
Death tax.
And the smoke coming out from HF, they are looking. They are hunting. But they're not going to be able to find anything. They don't really have a whole lot of vision around the map as well. They do see the tree now. Did he try and make that big wraparound happen? It looks like the Bat Rider... Did the Bat Rider get towards his blink tag as well? He did not. He's still about 200 gold away from going for it. So now the Dismemberment comes out. Sonic Wave as well. It hits onto a Race. Race has to get himself away. They have the lockdown onto the Pudge. Do they have that kill? He has no longer has that Aegis. And now the lasso, the drag back onto the Lycan. And the Lycan, again, Screams coming through on the back lines. Lycan can get himself away from this one. A really good pick to get the kill onto the Pudge. But what else can they do with this? Can they turn it into any objectives? Or is it just to be buying time for the Ursa to find more farm? Catch up here to the Pudge.
Really freaking out.
Johnny looking towards that Basher next. Yeah, look at the damage coming through from the Ursa Bird there as well. I mean, the Queen of Pain did about similar damage back, but it was spread over the entire team, while the Ursa Bird just able to rip through the Pudge. That's going to be the Bat's Blink as well. Undying, how's he looking? He needs to go towards... He doesn't need to, but he's going to go towards the mechanism into the Greaves, it looks like. It's going to be a long one, though, for the Undying. Still a ways away yet for that build.
I'm really freaking out.
Meanwhile, how's Warwick looking? The blink's out for the Pudge. Yeah, we've already seen the blink out for the Pudge. We've seen the hood. He's got the BKB, got the Agnum Scepter. Going in towards a... I guess a Heaven's Halberd with this Sanch. Yeah, going to be able to finish that one off. Pretty... No, okay, Lotus up. Changes his mind. Feel free to do that, get the plate mail out, get some extra protection.
I'm really
Lotus would be... I guess what, for the Roar, the Lasso. The jump in as well. If... Nah, the Ursa's going to be able to get himself towards the Basher pretty soon, actually. What's the recipe cost on this? 825, so 1275 altogether, so he's still about 700 gold off it.
I hate life.
And yeah, HYDRA, before this comes up, can they make something happen here? Because HF have some good timings with the BKBs. The Beastmaster wants to go towards a BKB of his own, going towards that shard as well, but only the Helm of the Overlord and the Brown Boots here. Beastmaster at the minute. You know, this game could open up, it could catch up, because how close was it to start off with? Not at all. I was wondering why there was still the pink glow in the river, because it was the boat back here, that room. They get the jump out, though. They're going to be able to get the lockdown onto the Pudge again. Can they get through it here? It looks like Zhani to drag back here with that hook. They're trying to do the damage with the dismember, but Zhani with the BKB now. The chase down. Crystal Main's going to get pretty down low. So is Leffington. But they get the kill onto Zhani, and now it's going to be Weeby, and it's going to be the next one to be caught out. Showy the blink forward from the Pudge. They get the kill onto 3. It's going to be 4. It's going to be only the Bat Rider getting out alive. So it was a good jump, but nothing else to follow up with. It was great from that. And yeah, with these heroes being down here, they don't even want to go for the Pudge Aegis the second time. They just want to look for tier 3s. In fact, the Bat Rider, does he get caught out, killed off the right-click damage? Yeah, the blinking Warwick. Really good jump in there with the Aghanim Shards, the Arcane Rune as well. Just to be able to spam those spells and gets the kill onto the Bat. The Bat does have buyback, but Ursa's dead the next 15 seconds. That's going to be, it should be a lane of racks. In fact, I like him pushing in the mid lane now as well. This might actually be 2. Fortification will be used, trying to buy some time for the side of HF to respawn. But, yeah, okay, they concentrate over onto this middle lane. They've taken down the tier 3 tower in the top lane, so they could look to try and push up one in, but it looks like they want to take down this melee racks in the mid lane. Just have this lane pushing in.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
I'm really freaking out.
So, Roshan now is going to be started, so the objective with the smoke out coming through here from HF. They're going to be able to find the jump. I mean, they could do shapeshift out with that already erased. No, he blinks in, he's going to be linked short. He can't get himself into the pit. All he can do is stand and watch. A really good bushwhack, and Zhani gets that blink in. Sonic Wave comes through. Did they get the kill? Actually, uses down Rose. It's going to be the Aegis going the way of Warwick, but the Roshan, it does go the way of the Radiant, and the lasso onto the Purge. They've got that lockdown. Warwick trying to do what he can do. They have the kill onto Zhani. Zhani is going to get really downloaded. Dismember comes out now as well, and Kami chasing down the Frostbite into the hook. The kill onto the Bat Rider. And they're looking for the chase down now as well. Kami gets the kill onto Pro. The blink, it came up just a little short from the Bat. I can't believe that. As Pudge actually going in for the Sanj, and I assume Kaya. Yes, Kaya and Sanj coming out for him now. And another kill. Oh, Warwick's going to get low, but he has that Aegis. He'll set the here for so he's just dead. And I think this time, I'm not seeing the fight back from HF. I'm not seeing that full 5-man wipe to the push up the mid lane and, you know, ending the game, taking the tier 4s after you take a racks. It looks like it is just going to be mega creeps going the way of HYDRA. Yeah, 29 minutes in, GG's going to be called. HF, they give this one up. They know they're beaten, and at least it forces through to a game number 3. But for now, HF, I mean, there was some good points, but that lane, the Crystal Maiden Pudge lane, just made absolute mincemeat out of the Hoodwink, out of the Beastmaster, and there was no way for them to keep themselves alive. The Pudge got way too big, way too quick. You know, there was no lockdown onto the Queen of Pain as well to get those kills. And overall, I think the lack of lockdown, even though they did have the lasso, even though they did have that roar, it kind of cost them. There was a good couple of bushwhacks to come out as well. But in the end, HYDRA, they had that control 24-5. With an amazing, amazing run over here from HYDRA. You look at the net worth between the two teams. The Ursa was about 5k behind, 4k behind in, 24 minutes. The Kami running away with that. Aghanim set up to farm up, didn't even go for the Vanguard, just went straight for that hood. 16 Flesh Heap stacks as well. To really be able to stack those up. And yeah, Warwick 4-0 and 11. That just showed how much catch they actually had onto the Queen of Pain. There was just nothing there for them to get the jump off. And yeah, HYDRA, they take the second game. So it was, I mean, Zoe was the one task with going towards the Greaves. You're position 5, and that's the one that you want to go towards the Greaves. It's just not a great strat. I would have much preferred, I don't know what I would have much preferred, to be honest, on the side of HF, because HYDRA, really good control in this game. And a great answer back to game number 1.